Hey, you listen to Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0. This is Grady Hooker, and live on Skype as always we got Josh.
Adio.
We just had the Royal Rumble pay-per-view this Sunday. It's Monday here in New Zealand. We'll just start at the top. Simple as that. We'll head our way down. Fatal 4-way tag team match. Every man in his team competing for the Rumble spot.
About the middle of this match is about when I came into the pre-show.
You didn't miss much.
No. Kind of expected once you know who was in it, who was going to win it.
Yeah, the match itself was pretty much all just Damien Sandow chants and Swagger and Henry winning.
Yeah.
Nothing that was overly surprising or wowing. But something that was surprising and wowing, the opening match, the last man standing match, Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship.
That was one heck of a match.
Yeah. Other than the Rumble match itself, it was my favorite match of the night. They sold that rivalry so personally that it was just perfect for the last man standing match. You really felt like the two of them just wanted to beat the ever-loving poop out of each other.
Yeah. Doesn't it seem like almost all of Dean Ambrose's feuds end with a last man standing match or some sort of hardcore style match?
Yeah, that's just Dean. That's just Dean. And as we see later on in the night, Kevin Owens really has a reason to feud with everybody. Do you think the Intercontinental title, that feud between those two, is coming to an end?
I do. Because I'm not sure where you can go from here with that feud.
Good call. And especially with what it was announced on Raw.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where they go with the Intercontinental Championship in Dean Ambrose going forward.
My only thought is they've got to take it off him, right? I guess they could elevate it by keeping it in there, but yeah, we'll get to there. Tag team titles, New Day versus Usos.
I had told you, I was scared the Usos were going to win the titles. So I was very happy when the New Day retained.
Just commenting on this match, because I watched the pay-per-view a second time with my grandfather, and this is the first time ever that he's asked for an NXT call-up into the tag team division because he's bored of the tag teams that are in it. This is coming from like a 65-year-old casual fan. So I don't know if that's the general opinion of people.
I think we're getting close to the Enzo and Big Cass call-up.
I feel like we say that after every pay-per-view.
Yes, we do. But yeah, I'm very similar. I don't want to see Usos versus New Day again.
No.
And I think we're going to get it again.
Yeah, we will.
And the next time we get it, the Usos will probably freaking win the titles.
Yep. Well, there's really only these two, Dudleys and Ascension, isn't there? Might be blanking on another team.
Swagger and Henry are tagging.
Yeah.
On like main event and superstars.
Those don't count.
You have the social jobbers. I mean, outcasts.
Yep. I guess you could put a couple of the League of Nations guys and put them in the division. Be a stretch. But either way, talking of the League of Nations, no longer any gold around their waists.
The gold shouldn't have been around their waist to begin with the pay-per-view to begin with.
Yeah, I don't know why they gave it back to Alberto just to take it off him again. Just so we get to see another awesome Kalisto match. I can't think of any reason.
Yeah, it just blows my mind. Everything that John Cena tried to do with that title has been completely annihilated.
Yeah. I don't know. Just keep the title on Kalisto. As long... I know... Spoilers. He didn't lose it on Raw. So as long as he doesn't lose it on SmackDown, I think we're in the clear.
For now.
For now. And then just before we hit our song break, we also got the Divas title match. Charlotte and Becky. Really, more importantly,
it was a really good
the ending.
It kind of confirmed, though, what we kind of figured was that Becky was just a placeholder.
Yep.
Um,
She had a lot of support behind her for someone who, to be honest, probably didn't have that good of a shot at the title.
once Becky came out first for her match, I knew she had no chance of winning.
Yeah.
Charlotte was the only champion not to come out first at the event.
Yeah. Either way, it's just classic Ric Flair being annoying, and then Sasha Banks coming out and hyping up the match that everybody wanted.
I wonder if Becky Lynch has gotten her tetanus shot yet.
Yeah, that joke was definitely made. Yeah, that was a fun spot. I put fun in air quotes. But
And she needs to have her liver checked, too.
do you think we're heading into a singles, a triple threat, or a fatal four-way?
Maybe triple threat, and then we'll get the singles match between Sasha and Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Okay. Well, it's time to go into our classic entrance theme of the week. It's Chris Jericho's Break Down the Wall, the older Attitude Era version. And you're back with Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0, Grady and Josh. The Royal Rumble match. Where do we start? We'll just jump in. AJ Styles, number 3 entrant, stayed in there for about half an hour.
Very impressive. And honestly, I can't really think of anybody who really honestly expected AJ to win the title.
Mm.
I think some people may have predicted just for the randomness of it.
Yep. I think any of those picks where AJ was going to win were definitely heart, not head picks.
Or just wanting to see something out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But he did very well for himself. He eliminated a couple guys. And he lasted a half hour, which is not an easy task in that type of match.
I think he was the 3rd longest lasting, maybe 4th. You also got Dean Ambrose, Chris Jericho, and Roman Reigns, who lasted long amounts of time. But when
Roman Reigns has quotation marks around that. He wasn't in the match the whole time.
Still counts. But the way AJ Styles went out was the correct way.
There was only one person who could deal with the heat that would come about eliminating AJ Styles. And it's the one person who doesn't give a damn if you like him or not.
Yep.
and that's Kevin Owens.
To be honest, Kevin Owens has been shining as of late. I've been liking everything that he's been doing. He's been doing great. He's setting up feuds almost effortlessly at this point, just because he doesn't care about anything. And to combat that...
An idea for WrestleMania. See, Kevin Owens seems to have a lack of respect when it comes to his feuds.
Okay.
There is one legend who is all about respect.
Okay.
How about having Kevin Owens face the Dead Man at WrestleMania?
I like it, and I've wanted it for about a month. But he's setting
make
up
it all about
so many more feuds. I think it would be a great match. I think it would have a great theme and storyline behind it. Especially, we still don't know how much longer The Undertaker has in him. He hasn't come back yet. So, what? We've probably got about 10 weeks, including Fastlane. Before then, anything could happen. Kevin Owens is sort of embroiled in multiple different feuds at the moment. But I'd be happy to see it. And I think on the current active roster, it's the one that makes the most sense.
For The Undertaker, at least.
Yeah.
Because his other two options are injured.
Yeah. But also with Kevin Owens, we got a second surprise entrant. We got Sami Zayn.
Yeah. And really, that was all the surprise entrants that we had.
Yeah. There's a couple that people called surprise. I think we had Triple H, Sami Zayn, and AJ Styles, I think, were the three. Maybe Kane if you were stretching the definition of surprise. Yeah, the thing I liked about this year in comparison to some other years is that their surprise entrants were all legitimate threats. Air quotes. They weren't, like 60-year-old legends coming out for another go. Although it is surprising to see them. It wasn't like Boogeyman was ever going to win the Rumble.
And yeah, who knew the roster was strong enough to be able to fill the match without having to do a bunch of legends?
I know. They did really well, to be honest. Bar like 2 or 3 people, everyone in this match had the ability to go the distance. Either way, it's time for the current entrance theme. Since AJ Styles isn't released yet, we're just gonna go with the Bullet Club one from New Japan. And you're back with the Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM. Grady, Hooker, and Josh. So R-Truth, he got in the Rumble.
But you thought it was the Money in the Bank ladder match. God.
It just worked so perfectly. Everybody just standing around just waiting.
And they're like, what is he doing?
The one thing I was surprised about was that Kane didn't just push the ladder over.
Set it up, climb it up. And he just where's the briefcase?
It was the funny moment.
It was a typical R-Truth moment.
Yep. And just quickly, also Kofi Kingston's elimination save, landing on Big E's shoulders and then being eliminated off camera.
Yeah, because I never saw it. I never heard it mentioned or anything, and I'm like, where's Kofi Kingston? What happened to Kofi Kingston?
That was our thought too. But what happened?
It was eliminated. Somebody threw somebody into Big E, which is exactly what I was afraid of was going to happen when they didn't re-enter Kofi back into the ring. And that happened while the cameras were all focused on the beatdown of Roman Reigns.
Yeah. The cameras loved to focus on the beatdown of Roman Reigns. I think we cut away for about 5 seconds while Stardust came out, and then cut straight back. But yeah, Roman Reigns got beat down, and he left for about 20 minutes, I think.
He was gone a while. I think he came back out at number 29.
And he went out around 11, I think. Ish. So he was out for a majority of the match, you could say. But he was still in the final 3 with Dean Ambrose. Dean made it very far.
Yeah, we were all surprised that the final 3 was the final 3.
I don't think we were surprised 2 of the 3 was there.
No, not really. I was hoping against it, but
hope against all you want, it's still gonna happen.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and what happened happened.
Yeah, now we have Triple H as our World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, but we were all surprised that Roman Reigns' elimination happened cleanly.
It was just a straight up, he wasn't looking the right way, got tipped over.
Yep.
It's what happens in the Rumble. Didn't need no interference, didn't need anything else. And then we had 5 minutes of Dean Ambrose Triple H.
Well, let's see here. The 2014 runner-up won the 2015 Royal Rumble. Is it possible the 2016 runner-up could win the 2017 Rumble?
I have no idea. At this point, the landscape of the WWE changes so much in 1 year that I couldn't even tell you who's going to be on the top of the company in 1 year.
Yeah, I left 2015's runner-up out because he was the first person eliminated in 2016 Royal Rumble.
Yeah. He doesn't count. But obviously Triple H winning the title, he's not going to defend it at Fastlane. He will defend it at WrestleMania. But at Fastlane, our main event is going to be a triple threat match between Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose to see who will face Triple H. It's both interesting that Dean Ambrose is in there, and it's sort of that Reigns-Lesnar match that you want.
Nah, Ambrose is in the match to take the loss.
Yeah. At this point, I think everybody's running theory is Wyatt's screw over Lesnar, Reigns pins Ambrose.
Because that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yep. Because the Wyatts have obviously opened up and started their feud with Brock Lesnar.
Yep. But yeah, Wyatts will take out Brock Lesnar and take him away from the fight. And then it'll be between Ambrose and Reigns, and the winner of that will get Triple H.
Do you think they'll surprise the world and let Ambrose win?
I'll eat a hat if they do.
Ooh, I need this filmed. It's on the record. You will eat a hat if Dean Ambrose wins this triple threat. I don't care if it's a botched finish and Roman Reigns breaks his leg and Ambrose has to cover him. It still counts. But, yeah, we all know Roman Reigns is going to win. What's happening with the Intercontinental title, though, is still way up in the air.
I could see them making Ambrose do double duty.
I guess it would also give him an excuse to lose. Who knows? At this point, we get... I'm trying to think of what else. We have The Rock returning, just to remind you, he'll be there for WrestleMania. and helping his Usos take down the New Day, which signifies we're having another match.
I didn't really watch the segment.
Yeah.
I checked out long ago on Raw, so I took the opportunity to take a shower during that segment.
What about Bo Rider? Did you stay for Bo Rider?
Yeah, I was there for Bo Rider.
I'm happy with Bo Rider. Although the Social Outcasts really aren't doing much, are they? They started off strong.
Except being jobbers, which we all saw coming.
You can't say that.
And apparently one superstar in NXT got extremely in trouble because he said what we all thought.
You can't say that. You can't say that on Twitter, man. Yeah, it is what it is. Everyone wants it to be more, but it's never going to be more. Simple as that. Bo Dallas, Adam Rose, Curtis Axel, and Heath Slater. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything that happened. AJ Styles had a match on Raw, so he's definitely moving forward, full-time member of the roster.
Yep. It was a fairly decent match. Chris Jericho doesn't appear to be in shape anymore.
Okay.
But they still, and they're teasing that Styles class.
Yeah.
The way they did the Go to Sleep with Tommy in NXT.
Yep.
And when he finally does hit that move, the pop, they're aiming to get a loud pop out of it.
Yep. Okay, well, that's all we've got time for this week. It's been great talking to you.
Bye-bye.
You can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wrestling Roundup Radio, Twitter page, twitter.com/Wrestling Roundup Radio. See you next week.